Well, let's make a start to all of this. I'll be honest, can't remember what I was doing last time. So, I'm just going to spend a minute trying to figure it out. I have managed to get the Twitch stuff added in perfectly fine. All good. Sometime after 9 I need to go there. Okay, so we're very close to the time I need to be going to that balcony. So I'm gonna go out. Gonna go see what the guy, who I swear is a male prostitute, was doing up on the balcony, I guess. That's a good enough place to start. Because he seems to know of at least one of these mercenary people who are hired, or whatever you'd call them, military contractor maybe? I'm not entirely sure what the term would be. Also, it's not that way, is it? It's around here. Also, that kid's very diligent to be still doing this. Yeah, we're not seeing anything interactable around here. That's just things to look through back in that direction. What I'm wanting to do is go up here and then wait for a minute. That seems like a good enough plan to me. Go up here, go up to the balcony immediately. And then I guess we read one of my case files, or whatever they're called. I think it'd be a case file, wouldn't it? Oh, I do have a few ideas in my head. Yeah, night is falling, I am aware of that. Got this. Can't interact with it, so guess that's something which comes in later. Check if someone's home now.
This door is made of metal. No one answered.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Yep, I'm aware. Can we do it today? I don't know why we have to come back tomorrow. And Union box we can't get into yet. Whirling Rags secret passage I want to figure out how to do. Tracking down my gun. Could maybe manage. I know there's a woman who referred to like the police as pigs or something. Yeah, we might stumble across my badge, who knows? I mean, that's not gonna happen. Waterlock on Wednesday, we can get across to new area. Find a new like ball of some kind, because I chucked the old one in the water. Yeah, someone has tampered with the scene. We know about that. It's probably someone from the rubbish company, I'd imagine. Yeah, but we're not doing race theory. Debrief with Kim, we can do that later. Ah, hello Fuke. Also, I have just noticed I need to move my webcam, don't I? If I move my webcam up here, should be fine. I'll just like move the chat box there, that'll do as well. Pay for damages, yeah, no, that's not happening. Who made a call reporting crime? All still using Kim's shortwave. Okay, we can do that. We need to become a volumetric shit compressor. As you do, we need to find the tape. Okay, so there isn't much we have. So I guess, for time being, while I am here, let's give us a raise.
The letter you found in the trash. A cabbage
I mean,
of
I
papers
am,
hanging from
not
the
my
wall,
character though.
with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together. It
There's
takes
a case
about half an
file.
hour to piece one together. Using the
Square
system
bullet
you've
hole,
devised,
sure.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull. staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
Wait, for weeks? I know I wasn't a good, like, detective, but for weeks? That's a bit much.
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next?
But,
Don't worry. One day.
thank you, my brain, telling me not to worry.
One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna find the person with a square gun.
Not much has changed.
The time's now when I need to come to here. Let's knock again.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Okay, tomorrow it has to be. I thought maybe I could do it today, but apparently not. Let's make our way to, I guess, Kim's car. I'm mildly lost at what I'm supposed to be doing, but I think at 9 it is technically night. I might revisit the balcony very quickly in case it's a case of it needs to load in again for the door up here. I'm really hopeful I can talk to this male prostitute. He seems to have a good lead. Come on. He's got to have something for me. Is he here?
This door is made of metal and appears to be no one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
Damn, I do need to come back tomorrow. Okay, Kim. You win this time. And most times. I don't know whenever my character wins. And I've said that. I mean, I don't usually say it on stream. I think it's the first time I've said it on stream, Fuke. Kim's asleep and become a blatant racist. I mean, tempting as that sounds, no. But I'm curious where he's going to go to sleep. Has he got a room in the Whirling Rags, possibly? Is he going to get my room? If so, I feel bad for him. Also, look at this. Is this bullet holes? Yeah. Civilians aren't meant to have guns in this. I guess I might as well go around interacting with all of these. Get them out of the way. Just chairs and tables, stuff about snow. I wouldn't think I can walk through here, can I? No. Max Hobocop. I mean, my idea of being Hobocop is go to sleep and wake up every few hours, just take some health medicine, because I'm gonna die in my sleep. It's very cold, miserable weather. And the kid's gone inside now. So the streets could have different people about. Although everyone seems to be in their usual spots.
Inside, you
Okay,
see
one
a set
thing
of
I
steering
remember.
levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the
Lovely.
fuel.
Pick up the radio.
How may I assist you?
I need to be connected to Sylvie, I guess.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
And yeah, ask him.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Get me detectiving.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Can do this. Don't we get like a lovely musical interlude while we wait? Okay, now seems like a good time to test. Is this working? Yes, it appears to be on my phone. Lovely. Fuke, which do you want? Marching Rhythm, of course.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. It takes a bit to get to the phone.
Any time now.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Lovely.
Yes, hello?
So she's a female. I guessed that part correctly. sounds like she's millions of miles. Wait. Sounds like she's million miles away from here. Surely that should be a million. Okay, that's fine. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
I could ask about the badge. No, more importantly, I can't ask about the corpse. I'll just ask if she's the one who called the police.
No, not me.
Okay. Does she know who made the call then? Because we were told it was probably her.
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Alright.
They don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
That's somewhat of a lead. You have some phones to go to.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Alright. I won't ask why she doesn't, because she
Yeah,
apparently
go
doesn't
on.
have a phone. That's fair enough. Has she seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Oh, the law. She knows. I am the law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Indeed, rhetoric. I feel I've not given off the best impression of being a competent police officer to anyone, but I will ask if she's seen it.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Okay,
Real
no.
policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
I now get to argue with my head. Lovely. Kim doesn't have. Actually, no, he does. He's got the white rectangles. I don't have them. I need to go get my coat. I'll let it slide for
Right.
now.
It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Why did she quit?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why
Fair
not?
enough. That's fine. I will ask if it's because of Garté, because I'm fairly certain it was when he asked her on a date and she felt obligated to.
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Don't be afraid of that pig, you have to stand up for yourself. Yeah, he told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business.
Or Gart, apparently not Garté.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Okay, I think I've got everything
I
then.
hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
But I am a feminist. Perfect. Can I do it?
Yes, you have obviously done
Yes.
something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me what did I do? I can't remember
I'm
anything.
not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the Skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
So I was the one who made her want to quit. But what is a skua thing?
Stuffed bird, the great Skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Of course. Yeah, I thought it was me who did that.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
That was sounded like me. That doesn't sound anything like me because I love birds. The bird got what was coming to her. Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in Whirling. I really liked her. You call her Scotty.
Okay, so I was the one who made her quit.
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Oh dear.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Okay, I need to know what I did, don't I? What did I do? What did my previously unfeminist self do?
well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
Okay.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Okay, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
I've really made a mess of things before I took control. Oh no. I'll
The
apologise.
hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant.
What?
I don't want to know.
I've got no idea either.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep apologising. I don't think I've got anything else to do here.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
That's where my stuff went.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
That's why I'm not allowed to play any music and sing karaoke. I was apparently threatening to sing it. Alright.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep apologising. I'm definitely in the wrong here.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Oh no. When you spoke to Garth, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Okay, I could maybe patch things up between them.
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's
Right.
a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I'll do it. That's fine.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
I don't have a gun, so it's fine. I sold that for booze. Lovely. Okay, I'm just gonna thank her for talking. I don't need to ask about the song.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I really want to press saved. But no. I'm done for now. I'm done for now.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I'm not gonna mess with his car. It's fine. Let's just go.
Hey,
My
so we've been
brain's
monitoring
thinking.
you internally, and now we know your copo type.
Okay, what are copper types?
Yes, guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop. I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're
Nah, I'm the cool
No,
cop.
you're the sorry cop.
Yeah, no.
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
I am sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
I can now just keep apologising for everything I do, just rigorously critique myself. Oh no. I've got a level up though, we need to do something. Kinda want to keep my communism and ideas of the free market. Let's unlock a new slot. And I can't read any of them, I need to go find somewhere else to stand. Ah, that's a lovely bot. I love the bots, they're great. Anyway, going to here, I don't need rigorous self-critique. Although, I kinda should. Ah, and thank you, Fuke. I was about to guess it myself after I dealt with this. Now, I need to do the volumetric shit compressor so I can get an autopsy of the corpse. So I need this in order to try and take the corpse down. It's fine. I'll be good. I'd love to become a magnesium-based life form, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, let's go into here. We can try and patch things over with Gart. Because I don't want him to feel like he was the one who scared her off when it was me. Because, yeah, I've already messed up enough. I'm not wanting to mess up any chance he has.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I talked to Sylvie. I'm the problem. I usually am, from what I understand.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
Bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
Yeah, she didn't break it, it was me.
You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
Maybe I have been better.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
I didn't want to have any hope, did I? I broke it because it made me think of the better times that are behind me because of all the drinking I've been doing. Alright.
Alright. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered, just bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
This is
Thanks.
going well.
Yes. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
We were sort of hoping there would be a gun, an expensive jewel, or at least a sword in it for you, if you deliver the message.
I like the quest goals, but I got XP. That's good enough for me. Am I able to pay off part of the money that I owe?
Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot for the... Yes?
Yeah, no, I can't pay off any of it. Okay, next part, the cook's left. Okay. Why the cook's left?
A heavy steel door. The door
And I
is not
definitely
the
can't
old
get
cobalt
through.
way.
No. How on earth did I get into there? It's going to take me up to the roof, I'd imagine. It's my guess. how would I get there? Really don't know. I'm gonna try knocking on this woman's door again though. She's been showering since I think 2 in the afternoon.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Yeah, no. Woman's still in the shower. Good to know. And before I get kicked out of my room, because it is technically still my room. No, I can't go in, it's not even my room anymore. Okay. But you think the woman's... She might be actually. I hadn't thought of that. I'm not just going to go raid her room though. Yeah, out here there's not a ladder or anything. I want to get up to there. But even if she's dead, I doubt it's too important. Yeah, I need to search for the collar, it could take a while. On the map... I don't actually have a map. Okay. Maybe I should buy a map. I feel I've got a pretty good grasp of where everything is, but it could help. It could. Then I've got a short while to still do some stuff before I get kicked out onto the streets. Could be money. But on the map, or in her room, because I'm not going to go raid her room. That's just mean. She's still in the shower, I'm quite concerned for her, I'll be honest. Not concerned enough to check. Not that concerned just yet. I can't talk to him, no. All about money. I'm aware I need some money. I'm not going into the girl's room. If she's been in the shower that long, she clearly needs some time to herself. I've got 25 minutes until I need to do something with Kim. I have a end of day debrief or whatever. These guys are still being a nuisance. Strong man, you can do the expression. It's the only expression I've got, I can't stop it. The door there, can I open that with a crowbar? No. That's a shame. Yeah, Measurehead, hello. I'd love to get past you. Any new options?
Raise pupil returns.
8% chance? There's a chance. I've got plenty of health, but he does morale damage, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, no. I'm gonna leave him be, because I don't have a lot of morale, and if I'm gonna be sleeping out in the streets, I could be needing that. Haven't, like, finished internalising this, have I? No. Still 26 minutes. So at 10 I should be able to... I'm not using the expression. It's not going to do anything. That looks like it has a light on, it might just be a reflection.
Abandoned by its owner. Stuck. The smell of cigarettes and
Yeah, no. That's got nothing. Absolutely nothing for me. I mean, where do I go now? I'm not sure. I can go back into here. Maybe there's a new person on shift, because, I mean, I had a woman pretty much all day. No, she is still there. Alright, I will leave that be then. Keep going against Measurehead. I could buy some, like, drugs for improving, what do you call it, my morale. Like the magnesium or whatever it is. I could go and do that. What else do I have? I'll check my task list. Not able to do that until tomorrow. Don't have anything there. Can look for a secret passage. I've got no idea where it is though. Gun and badge, not a clue. Need to wait until Wednesday for a replacement for the bull. Yeah, we can't do anything with that. Race Enigma, we're not internalising. End of day debrief. Yeah, we can go do that. Don't have enough money for this. So that's fine, I guess. Can't do anything about the call unless you can find the phone, but it's probably a public phone. Yeah, we can't sing karaoke. Hey, officer got him, it said this man. Hello?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
There's going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Not for you to do anything, don't worry if the police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats.
Prove all my point.
I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
I never look at the point that redeems. Give me a second then. Yeah. I think it makes a queue if you're in the actual, what do you call it, thing. The in-browser streaming. Yeah, that should approve everything. There we go. There is no more to approve now, Fuke. Good on you. Anyway, be a musician with beats. Got a lot of free time on the road to one
The
my
correct
craft.
grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Alright, and Rhetoric's telling me it's a different pronunciation from what he used.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Fair enough. And good luck,
Yeah, you too.
I guess.
Peace.
An autosave and we have 20 in-game minutes. Guess going to there? No, it's closed. We can't. What do we do? Were men playing bulls? Was it down there? Can't do anything with that. Got fish in the water, that doesn't help though. Anything new in the pawn shop? Maybe? Oh yeah, you can set up predictions if you want, Fuke. Predicting on your own doesn't actually do anything though, other than potentially lose your points. Anything in the pawn shop? I mean, yeah, if there were more than you, fair enough, but if it's just you, you don't really need to, do you? Anyway, in here, buy a tape player, I don't need to. Talk to him.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'm gonna ask
Sure
again about the
thing.
gun. Any idea where I can find the buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
I don't have the Game Pass, Fuke, sadly.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Is there something good in there? Oh no, it's only for your
Sure,
first time. You get a special deal. So I've already used that deal, I believe. Kind of wasted it, I'll be honest. It was to test out the, like, you know, that Dark Alliance game that came out, which I'll be honest is pretty crap. You've had it before and still did it? Okay, I'll need to have a look then, 'cause there's a few games in there which could be a fun time to play. In fact, no, I don't have time for that. I've got uni work I need to be doing. No, bad Jonathan. Don't do it. Okay, what have we got here? Can ring a number.
A call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Yeah, do my uni work while looking for the badge and gun. Of course, I swear you had a stroke at that last bit. Okay, in here, who could I ask? Don't need a taxi. 24-hour window. Imagine that's for automobiles, not an actual window,
You
but
ring the doorbell, but nothing
okay,
happens.
never mind. I want to try and get one of these, which is... whoever are they called again? Whoever the, like, garbage disposal people were. Yeah, don't think any of these are useful. Don't need my outfit, like, fixed in any way. I could do with a haircut, I'll be honest.
You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave. It's probably too late to do any of that. I will go into here and read a case file. It's fine. Let's waste a little more time
The
then.
ledger you found in the it takes
Read a
about
case
half an hour
file.
to piece one together.
The
Using
next
system
world mural. Let's
this
see.
one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure: rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only
Okay.
in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
It's a weird mural.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Did I ever find out?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
That's a shame.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3.
Interesting.
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
remove it or keep it. I mean, down with the middle class, because I'm communist, right? Sure, it should be like the 1% we're going after, but sure.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
That means is to wreak havoc in the middle class.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter. And agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
I'll revisit it later. We have just finished a thought in our head.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
I love this game. All endurance weight checks are now unlocked. Alright. That maybe helps. Need to go inspect it again though. But we should have Kim talk to.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the
We should
damages.
take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Oh, Kim, he's coming through for me. I'm sure I can cover part of the debt and I can probably stay. I've got a fair bit of money saved up.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
I was hoping we could come to some kind of arrangement. Please, Kim, back me up
Does
here.
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Look, yeah, I think maybe let Kim say
I
something.
understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Kim!
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Oh, Kim! I love you, Kim. I apologise for ever saying anything bad about you. The homoeroticism will continue. We won't stop it. Kim is a power bottom, we know it. And he's possibly going to help pay.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back,
Sell?
in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it
Yeah.
the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez.
Oh, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I need the help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay. They were confiscated, I'm assuming for a good reason, so I'm just gonna go get them back into circulation. It's more work for us. I'm investing in future jobs for us police officers. It's fine. How much are they worth? If they're worth 100, I can manage to pay this off. I have enough money. They're worth 200. Ooh. Ooh, hello, my good sir.
Hello, hello. Let me know if
I
I can
have
help.
something
Yes,
I'd
we'd
love
like to
to
sell these
sell.
hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, hello.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger?
Oh,
No matter. I'll
brilliant.
give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Lieutenant explains his pawnbroker opens the register and
Of
counts the
course.
cash.
I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer.
I think 100 to Kim,
Delightful
100 to
doing
me.
business
We
with
split
you.
it,
Do
because
come
I did
again.
half the work in this sale, and that I carried the stuff.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Oh, he's just giving me the
rest
whole
is for
thing.
him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Oh,
Anything else
thank
you're
you
thinking
so
of selling?
much, Kim. Oh, that's brilliant.
Anything else you're
I
thinking
have-
of selling?
I have a postcard. Have this.
Another time, perhaps.
Let's go. We've done it. I love you, Kim. I am so happy that he's a decent person. I doubt my character would have stepped in to help anyone. Do I have an option to just, like, thank Kim? Because I haven't actually said
Yes.
thanks. No, there's no option there. In we come. I get a place to stay for the night. I mean, this covers the damages if I need to pay for a room. So I'm hoping I have enough money. I'm hoping.
Can I help you?
About the money,
Yes. Have you got
I
the
have
bell?
it. Here it is, sorry for the trouble. Or, yeah, I'm gonna apologise, I need to...
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each
Alright.
night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I can afford
I'll take a
20.
room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I want to offer to pay for Kim's room, please let me game. I can't, but... Oh, that's amazing. I've also got a level up, apparently. Okay. I level up. I think I might want to actually put points into one of these. Upping Shivers could be worthwhile, but I don't think I've used it yet. I upgrade my endurance. Yeah, I need endurance, I think. I'll put a bit into that. That's fine. Find money for rent. I won't have a free place to stay, so I need to do this every night. That's fine.
Can I help you?
Starting tomorrow I need to pay in advance. I'm assuming I've already paid in advance for this room. In which case, let's go have another go at this corpse. And not in that way, it's not a euphemism. I promise. Let's take it down from the tree. Surely the kids are gone by now. No, it's still there. Why on earth are they still there?
There he still is, looking right through you with
Plus
his white
6.
eyes. The body
Because-
below is entirely dedicated
Okay.
to that corpse smell. Ha ha
For the
ha.
love of God.
Again, the corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth. You will never. Every time it happens,
Yeah.
it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
For the love of God. Even my God. Shit, compressed.
I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective.
Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair.
What now?
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep...
Maybe it's okay if you don't make it today. The dead man isn't going anywhere. And there's always other things to do.
Fine. Fine. Next level up, I need to put another point into endurance. Probably I should have not put my point into endurance of that level up just there. Instead, gone to check the body. Then, if I failed, put a point in. That's fine though. All good. I need to do something behind his back. It did say just there I can sneak out. I can become a racist at night. It's like Batman, but worse in pretty much every way. Because I'm not rich, I'm not a vigilante, I'm just able to be a racist at night. How interesting.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Okay, good night,
Just a
Lieutenant.
moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress
Yes!
in the investigation.
Perfect, we
Let's
get
go
to
up
talk
to
to
the
him
balcony.
more. We're gonna have a romantic evening out in the balcony. This is brilliant.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a
Game's
moment.
loading, but
He
you
listens
can
to the
hear it.
traffic hum. Then,
Okay, game, come on.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I didn't know Kim smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Fair enough. I mean, my ritual is drinking myself into oblivion, apparently.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How did you get so cool? No, return to the debrief.
It's been a long and eventful day.
How does he think the day went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hangman, so we didn't even inspect the body. And there's still much to do at the crime scene too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
Search pretty thoroughly. What else is there to do? Yeah, it's all part of the
It's not
plan.
my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews,
What the plan is, but it's part of it.
we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but
It's me and all.
above all, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice?
I'm gonna raise money for charity. Or, okay, no. What is it, Fuke? Let me know. Don't waste my time. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try and keep up. Training for long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. It's just how Precinct 41 is, and no. I don't know why I do the things I do.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those heels. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He's complimenting me, the homoerotic energy, it's there. It's there. I'll just say nothing for a moment.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly,
I hope for
like
you.
luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette.
I'll do my
contemplating
very
the
best.
next
I want
drag.
to. You don't have to
They
give me
really don't
bits.
like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
Why are they like this? I'm assuming it's because the police don't typically show up to anything here.
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, jurisdictions of our two precincts.
I'm assuming Jamrock is better then, same with the GRIH.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
It's a dark select of... Yeah, I'm assuming where he's on about.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I do hope our investigation will help, though. I've clearly not improved what people think of us, but I can turn it around.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
I'm gonna become the super cop of this place. And then drink myself to oblivion again and forget all about it. But what are our powers? Exactly, like, I don't understand quite what we're supposed to do.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000 surely could be higher though, because that just would mean anyone with enough money can get away with whatever.
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the
Okay,
economic
no, that-
structure of Ravachol.
That wasn't my idea. Like, personally, I like the idea of income-based fines. Like, there's a few countries that do them. It's a brilliant plan because, as it is, you get a parking ticket because you park somewhere you're not meant to. You have enough money, it doesn't matter. It's basically saying if you don't have the money, you don't get to park here. And there's various other things like that. Anyway, that's apparently not what I was getting on about. But wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Yeah, I'd imagine I'd probably do that, given a chance.
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly,
I heard the
it's
doorbell
preferable
just
to
there,
serve
but
the station
someone else
closely.
seems like they're going
It
for
prevents
it.
confusion and overcrowding.
We can arrest people, of course, rather than bringing directly. Yeah, cool. So, how can you be sure they're going to show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Alright, but if they do resist, I'm a bit worried because I've lost my gun.
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Okay. So I can shoot a person if I get my gun back. So, what happens to him? Assuming, since we're not a proper police force, we have a detention centre, but that'll be about it, I'd imagine.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Alright, so that's why we keep our notes. Has Kim killed someone? Does he have like a dark side to the wonderful man he is?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
Oh.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
He's not gonna know if I've killed someone, but I might as well ask.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually able to. And I don't know if I want to know.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
I mean, I know I've pretty much disabled a man, like crippled him, by battering him with a clipboard, so I haven't put it past myself, I'll be honest. But yeah, I'm assuming these rules are made by some kind of governing board, I'd imagine anyway.
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The
Government.
RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Alright.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
I mean, I'd imagine it was probably the citizens. Wanted some order which they could influence, didn't want the same thing to happen again, where it was one power looking over everyone.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
Alright, so people have the power to just strip what's essentially the police of any power they might have.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
Yeah, but I got no idea after that night of drinking, or several nights. I know nothing.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Alright. But what do they really stand for then? Because that sounds like a wide mix of views dictating a lot of just morals, I guess.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others
Yes.
say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
So, who were they? Like, who's this Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Fair enough. What does he think, though? Like, surely Kim's got some kind of opinion.
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Fair enough. Apparently I have an opinion on them,
Do
though.
you?
Things are bad out here. We need to give them, we need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. An awful job. Have you seen this place isn't humanism? Villages of World's biggest bourgeoisie organisation. Protecting their rights. Be racist. The second thought, I don't have an opinion. I'm gonna just say option 2 is probably the one I believe the most.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Vigilantism is fine enough by me, so long as it's mildly monitored.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, Vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
Fair enough. You'd rather have a more solid understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
That's us. Well, time to sleep. Not with Kim tonight. Maybe if I run out of money, I'll get the chance. Who knows? Who knows? Well, good night, Kim. I will in fact see you in the morning. Let me just close my door. There we go. Yeah, nothing there. I'm assuming this is what I'm calling a bed.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Well, get into
The sheets feel
whatever
at
this
once
is.
coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Oh. I just don't sleep.
And then sleep doesn't come.
I heard you first time. I do want to sleep. I kinda need it.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Oh no. Have I forgotten how sleeping works? Did I expect to lie down, close my eyes, and that would be it? Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the
It barely
blanket.
covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colours. You won't get off this carousel quite so
Am
easily.
I still hungover? Possibly. I would have thought that would help maybe, but I could be wrong.
It's a little better. Colours, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who did actually kill the man? I mean, my guess is it would be the Unionists. That would make sense. Is it? Is it going to be that simple? That's what it looks like at the surface, but we've heard the people in charge of the people the Union are striking at are willing to manipulate stuff. It could be a setup. It really could be.
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
And we don't have any conclusive evidence. I'm not going to stake a claim on who it is just yet. But for now, hopefully you can fall asleep.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
That'd be REM, the part of your sleep where dreams, I believe, are more likely to happen. Ooh. So we are, I'm assuming, going to look at that body. Not gonna let me go over there. We're in the dream world. Is this why I drink? Because this is what I see? Or, no, I've got myself here, the disco ball. Interesting. I don't think I can go into the kids' hideouts, can I? No, I can't go in there. Guess, look at my oddly aesthetic body, I guess.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What on earth is this? I think it's a good question.
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I don't remember.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
It was me, probably, who left.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come
They
back.
were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I have seen this guy before, it's me.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
These are the guys from the start when I woke up. They appear in the dream, the reptilian brain limbic system, yeah.
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
So, ancient reptilian brain just wants me to drink myself into oblivion more. Forget about everything. Limbic system's probably just me thinking I'm just not worth it. Like, my guy is mentally broken. Like, definitely. I am trying to solve the case though.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new
A type of
type
hangover.
of hangover.
There better not be another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Well, that was one weird dream. I'm glad my dreams aren't like that. Hello,
Good
brain.
going, buddy.
The hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is it happening? Please, electrochemistry, tell me.
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too
Excuse me
weak
to
to say
drink.
no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Oh no. No, I can take it. I'm gonna go look for something to wake me up. I'm not opting into that.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
I can do this. I don't need to know anything. I can manage. Right.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Alright. I'd imagine I aren't able to tidy myself
A
up,
mirror
am I?
hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned.
Yeah, no, I could
with
try and
expression.
fix the expression. I'll give it another go.
It's too late. Like an
Just leave it for now. It's fine. It's about when you want. But what? You can speak to this, death takes weeks. Rip your sanity and ability to poop. I mean, sure. Imagine Kim's going to be awakened downstairs, isn't he? It's fine. She might still be in the shower. Kim wants to talk to me but he hasn't noticed me yet. Let's just go back up. No, he's noticed me now, he turned around. Damn it. Stop following me, Kim. I need to break
door
into the
is
room.
closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Alright. Hello, Kim. What do you want?
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Union! I'm communist! It's perfect! They are a bit rowdy, we have heard, but they order fine. So Garrett's fine about them. The imagine it is the men he
I
talks
completely
about.
forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty.
I think you'd
just
love
like the
this game,
manager said.
Fuke.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Okay,
One more thing before
let's
we do.
go.
We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
Yes, just run
But
past them.
aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I mean, I'm going to go and talk to them. I might be able to get myself some XP by going on about communist ideas and such. I'm also curious to see if that mercenary folk's in there. Big muscly man who's hiding amongst the Union. I'll talk to him, I'll pay in
Can I help
advance.
you? Got the 20 real?
There you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Even got me some experience doing that. Lovely. We're actually getting through stuff. Wednesday we'll be able to do stuff. I don't know what day it currently is. We've got day 2. This woman's moved, so I'll try talking to her.
Just a moment.
She's agitated. judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge.
She doesn't like the Union.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Anything I can do to help?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
So why does she need the phone? Because we could offer her to use Kim's radio. Potentially.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Ooh. I wasn't aware we were missing.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Alright. So, has the husband disappeared before? Is this maybe he's done the same as me, drunk himself into oblivion and wandered off?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
Okay. Tell me more about him in case I spot him.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
Okay. What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
I want to say that's good enough, but we need to ask. If we were looking for him, what do I need to keep an eye out for? Because we might be able to spot him in a ditch, potentially, who knows?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
Okay, so potentially a fisherman or something. Might be looking for treasure, metal detector. I doubt it would be treasure, but he'd potentially be looking for some stuff. I don't need to know about their marriage, that's fine.
I hope I've been useful.
I don't know about me, but actually I've lost all my memory of no idea. No. What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Neither of things I guess. They're looking for insects.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps.
I know this.
He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping
The
them?
water lock's broken.
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
If the water lock's other side of the coast is broken, they're probably just stuck over there.
My. What happened to the water lock?
It's probably just a technical problem if I had to guess.
Whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare...
Yes, of course, Inland Empire. I love Inland Empire.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
So of course, if I see him, I'll make sure he knows.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tell me more about this rare insect. If I can find a rare insect and sell it, that could be a good amount of money.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Okay, yeah, I don't have time.
Of course, dear.
I'll need to come back later at night once Kim's asleep. We're not going to be listening out for all of that just yet. And this woman here, she's the one who was sitting outside before, the gardener, I believe.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
She did seem a lot friendlier in the corner, yeah. No trouble though, I'm just here to do my job.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours.
She was
Stern
watching me yesterday.
and deceptive.
Managed to figure that out, she was in a good spot to keep an eye on everything that I was doing.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you
Interesting.
recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
So she might be the Union's information peddler. Potentially.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Okay. I'll let her be. I'll let her be. I'm not gonna go disturbing anyone. She studied law, apparently. Interesting to hear.
This is where you say your bit.
Yeah, this man seems he's going to be confrontational.
Detective.
Yeah, Kim's leaving it to me. He doesn't really do with aggressive people. Talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was
Yep.
a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Yep, indeed.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your
Brilliant.
questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
He's not very good to talk. I could warn them, but it's just going to cause unnecessary trouble. Partly because I don't know if this man's a merc or not, so keep it quiet. Scan the room quickly.
I see her. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
Okay, fair
He
enough.
understood what you were doing. Taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Relax, Dennis.
Alright.
No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
These men are lovely.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Picture of what though? Because I feel these men They're in some kind of a gang.
Of the actors here, you could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my leave for now. Don't just accuse him straight up. I'll maybe need to come back. Yeah, straight up accusing them without any kind of lead other than they might have done it. It's not the best way to go with an investigation, I wouldn't think. As much as I'd love to just straight up accuse everyone I come across. Alright, up here. Back to, yeah, Kuno's here still. Take a look at these tracks. A good idea of men inside.
Footprints in the mud, left by work boots.
Exact count if possible.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the Hardy Boys in the mess hall of Welling in Rags.
Yeah, go over all the boots.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. The one with the ball cap on his head.
Okay, continue counting.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with...
Let's make sure all of these fit. If they do, we could have a proper lead.
3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43.
Keep getting
the
that shit
banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5.
Right.
Another standard work boot.
There's
reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn.
Reinforced toes, because I'd imagine we're around heavy machinery. And potentially we need proper foot protection. Because, I mean, we've got a giant crane. I'd imagine they're moving a lot of cargo around. You don't want to have your workers just whacking their toes on stuff and then not being able to do their work. Workplace safety, you don't want to get sued. That's how it goes.
6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat, shanky.
Okay. I should have got that was a small bit
Better
earlier.
late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus.
How the hell do I just know this?
8. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
Could that be the woman standing out the front? Could be.
7 sets of tracks, right?
Which has work
The Hardy
boots.
Boys were here.
Actually, 8 though. Kim, I hate to correct you. I love you, I do.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
Yeah. One soul is smoother.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
Oh, this one's easy. Way too easy. It's a driver.
There we go, my brain's coming through for us. A driver would wear it down, because we're using the accelerator. We found abandoned lorry cabin
There's a
too.
piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle.
So these people are involved with the drug trade, aren't they? Because that sandpaper is the person in the van, or the lorry, with the sandpaper on the thing. Alright.
Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the old soul.
So, it's drug smuggling and now hanging. What exactly is going on here? Because that makes me think these Hardy boys might be connected to the mafia we heard of.
Now we know who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Not necessarily. She could have kept it a secret. We don't want to just make any accusations.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus Hardy has got to say on the matter. This might throw them off, work in our advantage. So, what else?
I can't ask how old he thinks they are, because that could be important.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller.
That would be my guess. But surely with all this rain and snow, these would have been washed away, for the most part.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Fair enough. If it was frozen, they would stay in about the correct shapes.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
I'll point out the later one as well.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
Yeah, it's probably
I could still
him.
be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Might as well point out the last one
200.
too.
This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say
That's
a
a
heavily
good
built
point,
worker
actually.
carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy boy, the one sitting in the middle.
Alright, I hadn't considered that, but that would make sense how they got him hung up.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
So the fat guy was carrying the victim.
Possibly, yes.
We just assumed this anyway.
But why?
Yeah, why did they have to
Yes,
carry
they
him?
could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe he wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's
Yeah,
for
good
future
point.
consideration. What else can you see?
So what probably happened here then is it wasn't just a straightforward lynching. They had some preparation involved here.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
It tracks his face lighting up because he realises.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy boys.
Is that 8th this corpse? If we get him down, check his boots. Let him have his moment before, because I do like Kim.
There's 1 pair missing from the Union box. The 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our old soul.
Yes, Odd Soul was present, but currently isn't there now.
Yes. I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us much, but we should still confront them about the possible drug trade connection.
Alright. That should be another level up, yeah. I want to put another point into endurance, I think, but first, having had a rest, can I come back to
He still
this?
is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The
Let's
body
see.
below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Yeah, do they always do that?
After 7 days, yes.
Yeah.
We are deep in decomposition here.
I like how the kids just stopped throwing rocks for a moment. It's very kind of him.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos
obvious
covers his
tattoos.
chest and shoulders.
That's one of
cargo
the
belt
descriptions
used
you were
to
given.
fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
We might be able to narrow this down to which of the mercenaries it was. We don't know quite who it was. So all we have is an alias we went by, but got some kind of an idea. Firstly, we'll inspect the boots. Did this man walk himself to here?
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around
Not
you.
taking the boots.
Out of place somehow.
You say get stylish. This corpse has been here for 7 days with all the lovely corpse juices dripping down into these socks and boots. I don't want them, please don't make me take them.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
It's a wash. In what? The ocean's the only water I've got. It's not gonna work. Yeah, they are armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What on earth does that mean? They're still shoes at the end of the day.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Right. I mean, how badly do you want me to? And which option? You think I just pull it? I might end up taking the whole leg off if I go for a pull, you sure? Knocking it could loosen it. But I'll give it a go.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Are you sure, Fuke? Are you? Alright.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
Brutal!
You let go of a bit.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why's he letting Goku know?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
I wanted to check it against the patterns on the ground, but apparently I'm not allowed to. Lovely. I'm gonna back off.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Are you going to... You're going to rent the game? Oh, you're buying it and you're going to refund it after a couple hours, are you? Can't believe you, Fuke. If that's what you're doing. Can't believe it. Anyway, inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
You need to commit terrible acts because I won't.
This
Fair enough.
is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
That is a heavy-duty thing. Is that something they brought with them? These mercenary chaps. Yeah.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Yeah, it's apparently the reinforced kind, though, yeah.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Again, that's possibly to frame people. Might have been an intentional choice. Yeah, the rope is reinforced with steel wiring,
I was
apparently.
afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Yeah, I'm not assuming
Yes,
anything, but I'll
the
ask.
debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. Our internal RCM brief said the same.
Hey.
By the way, when you get a chance, perhaps you should ask me to share the RCM brief with you. I'm pretty sure you've forgotten it.
Yeah, I definitely have. We're gonna back off
The
for that.
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Squint and take a step back. Don't know what it'll achieve, but let's try.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Well, that's a trick I didn't know about.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Yeah, we're going to share this with Kim.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead is the understatement of a century. But yeah, he was likely upright after death.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Could it still be that he moved, however?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
There is something coming out of him, I'm assuming it's not anything good.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Yeah.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Yeah, no, we're not yelling at the kids. The stuff that is banned from Twitch, apparently. I've got a good idea what the word is. But yeah, we did get lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
Hey, look at the bruises. He has been beaten. Like, there are clear bruises around his body.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
It's enough looking at him then. We know he's
There
dead.
is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Now tattoos, they are distinctive. We need to look at them. They might be a good feature for identifying them.
Stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What'll mine be marked by then?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Fair enough. Maybe a map of the night sky would make most sense.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Yeah, I'm missing a lot here, I feel.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Well, that's fancy. Produces 2 metal capped ampules and clicks them into place inside of apparatus. Thin slot shines there. Possibly this is something I shouldn't touch. It sounds expensive.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Camera force, just in
A
lens.
sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Right.
In case we need it.
You might need it as a reference when you're doing the autopsy, I'd imagine.
Contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it.
Yeah.
Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
I didn't even ask.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
How do we get him down though? The ladder doesn't look safe. We're not going to be able to cut that belt if it's reinforced with steel wire.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Okay, I'll look at his eyes.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
You stinking, you're boring. No, where has he gone exactly?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west.
Hey. That would be because he has a military background. He would have been out fighting in the west then. Whatever that may be in this fictional world. Who exactly
I'm
though?
a joke. Look at me.
I don't know, but when you were alive...
A motherfucker. And a killer.
Again, yes. person sexually assaulted a woman, so I can agree with that first part. And he is a mercenary for hire. He does kill people in third world countries where the laws aren't really able to keep up with him.
Go ahead, Coppo.
What's happening
What do
exactly?
you mean?
I mean,
It's the
I'm
power
talking
of
to him.
your imagination.
Yes, of course.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Did I do? Why do I love them so
Because
much?
you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Okay, my name isn't Rooney. I feel I've forgotten something terrible, yes.
Because you have.
Fair enough. But I'm going to be able to get who killed him, it's my imagination, might as well ask.
Loved it, me and Brother Copo. It was love all along.
You ask me a question.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm imagining him talking.
Motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Yeah, maybe this will lead to something, maybe, that I need to get myself back on track, because clearly, prior to me taking control of this character, things had been going badly. Dark appears to smile.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
There's something northwest. Whatever that might be. Now, my name isn't Rooney.
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Yeah, no.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Yeah, I've been getting a fair bit of Harry from all of my thoughts in my head.
You might be onto something there.
Yeah, that's enough
Come
of
back
this.
later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Well, that wasn't exactly what was written there, I'll be honest. Yeah, that's the preliminary examination done. I've had enough talking to the
Steel
corpse.
reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Fair enough.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Alright, if we could get a ladder, that'd be nice. We could solve a branch. Shooting him down if it's steel enforced wouldn't do much. We could maybe ask for help, but let's try sawing the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Does seem
There
dangerous.
has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Could ask for
I
help.
was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Just shoot it, you see. Fine.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Yeah, shoot the buckle. Makes sense.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Okay, let me try or make him do it. Okay, come on. Fuke, who does it? Is it me? Is it Kim gets to choose? Let me try, okay.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He
I
appears
did
too
know.
deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
That is an old kind of powder weapon. Okay.
Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader. Ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
So while that's a common firearm, these guys were armed with automatic or semi-automatic weapons. That makes these guys even more worrying, these mercenary folk.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing. Don't interrupt.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Muckaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, Kim. It's okay.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again?
Oh, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
If I'd taken that shot, I would have got it.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I should have a try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting
Please.
firearms like punks.
Pauses and
No,
proceeds to load
I'm not
it.
stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna to do it, Fuke.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
You get to do it.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel the weight.
A cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in
See
your
this.
sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
No. Close my left eye.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You
Eh?
gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Tell them to shut up.
Or what? You gonna fuck me?
Okay, never mind.
Me pig.
We'll give it a go.
This is about.
58% I'm fine with. I did
The
it.
buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Turn away and act cool. No, who killed you, please?
Communism.
Of course. We knew it.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
What?
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed. No. How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Yes.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Yes, Kim. I'm all up for this bonding moment.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I love you, Kim.
I knew these guys were f***ed.
So what now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Okay, I'll give him his gun back. I'm not holding on to this.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go.
This is the famous list of initial interviews.
And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Are we able to just immediately do the autopsy?
The rotting man lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man,
Shoot,
please.
Looney Rooney.
Which one of it killed you then? Love or communism? You said love killed you, but when you fell down, you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
You
Perfect.
really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
There's a difference between love and communism, apparently. Could have fooled me.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, so what exactly are we up to?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Of course, thank you, Encyclopedia. I love the useless facts I get. Do you have another pair of gloves, Kim?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. I need a pair.
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Okay, fair enough.
That's right.
Open my ledger at the field
The
autopsy
dead man
form.
stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Okay. Let's start with number 1, I guess.
That's you.
The initials
The
HDB.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Fair enough.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Yeah, just write it down.
Next. We've heard the nom de guerre, Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's next? Date of birth?
Yeah, date of birth.
Penny.
Age, you can take an estimate.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write around 42.
He nods.
Now, we're gonna bring race into this, of course.
Just mondial.
How it goes.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
I mean, we're being awfully upfront with Kim here. I'm hoping he says yes.
Fucky!
Male.
Okay, no, he just said male. That's a shame.
Pigs can have sex!
No, right male. Right male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
They didn't even give you the options to write the others. Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Fair enough.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Right, evidence of treatment, I guess.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
I mean, didn't the footprints look like he was carried? I thought they did.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then...
We should start the post-mortem.
Alright.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Before we go do any internals, external.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Okay, look at me, I'm being a proper cop right now.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I just write it down
The
then.
boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
I don't get to remove it, sadly. But keep on writing down what he's saying.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light
Oh,
brown.
what stuff.
Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Yeah, just short, light brown male, pattern baldness. There we
Lividity
go.
is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
I hate Kuno. He's
Talking
lovely.
shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Okay, write it
Ligature
down.
mark.
The temp produces a small folding knife. Our hand pulling on the belt starts cutting into polyester. Stench's horrors after a while its obvious material cannot be
The
cut.
steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
To get
We
the
get chain cutters.
chain
Then
cutters.
try with those. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema. Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Look at all these things. That's like almost 2 whole levels worth I've just gotten. I have 2 skill points as well. I'm not sure where to put them just yet, so we'll leave it be. Yeah. We can also interact with this.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Is the meaning? Can we get anything out of
For
this?
you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Fair
Someone
enough.
who knows about history could tell you.
Leave it for now. We will leave it for now. More tasks. I'll look through all of them later once I've run out of stuff to do. For now, let's finish with the corpse. We need to finish it. Well, actually, might as well unlock one of these and put in something. I can have extra empathy towards Kim. Oh, I'd love to do that. That'd be amazing. No, which one do we go for? Honestly, I would like rigorous self-critique. Let's internalise that for now. We'll keep a skill point spare just in case.
In the morning
What's
light,
this saying?
the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Why am I even thinking about this though?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kinema, The Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
I'm looking at the car and I'm going to keep looking, but sure.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Oh, it's very cool. Very cool, Kim.
You want to take a closer look?
What is it packing in the engine? Like, that's got to be
130.
powerful. That's a lot.
I reckon that's a 7-litre V12 there.
Yes. 7-litre
7.2.
V12.
Supercharged.
I love Kim so much.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
I'm seducing him. It's working.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Have you thought of helium headlights, Kim?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring
I love
for the
that.
ballast first.
It's just a nice bonding moment. In this case, Saul, maybe we can do it together?
Maybe. Yes, definitely, maybe.
He's actually thinking about it.
And means no.
Look at that. He thought about it for a second. He thought about it for a moment. God damn it. Clearly not
Inside,
bonding now.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
We need a
metallic
toolbox,
slides out from under the
like
seat.
the chain
The handles
cutters.
are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Alright,
Pull-out toolbox
back
slides
to the autopsy then. Assuming I'll be handing these off to Kim, so I won't bother equipping them. Yeah, nothing new, still just the corpse.
The rotting man lies on his side, with the lieutenant
Lovely.
adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Realization. Yeah, got chain cutters, there we go. External
Cut
stuff.
with as much precision as you can, please.
Okay, he's getting me to
See,
do it.
my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a
Thank
flower.
you,
girl.
interface.
2 cuts and it should come loose.
Alright, let's give this a go. This is a red check. It can't be retried.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold.
Then rotate a bit
really,
more.
really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
And now cut.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Okay. On you go,
He
Kim.
sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Ah, lovely. I didn't even have to do it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Alright.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I inspect it as well. What do you think? I don't have to ask, do I? No.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Like, as much as it may surprise you, Fuke, I don't want to go looking at a dead man's genitals, I'll be honest. Write it
Back
down.
is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, we
leave
see
Kim
smaller
to-
residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Yeah, I'll mention it to Kim, get a second opinion.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
Lieutenant work.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
I would have expected some.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh.
Right.
That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Okay, next, internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Brain's very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply. Yes.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I'll just write Eddie. That's okay.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Lovely.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back conscious as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Yeah, write it down, we're not looking in there.
NA.
Yeah, right, just
Same for
follow
toxicology and
instructions.
serology. NA.
Oof.
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
If completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still
Like
do.
a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Yeah, let's add that.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent.
Loving this game, this is brilliant.
Gastrointestinal.
Yeah. I don't think we want to do this.
This digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Got less white because my eyes are getting a bit sore from having the white LED light just pointing at me. Okay. Which one? Do I keep the vola at the end? We shouldn't. We shouldn't. And I've not had anything telling me otherwise, so we won't.
What's next on the list?
Description of the injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Okay. Firstly, the bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Right. Birds. Fair enough.
And your opinion, officer?
It's either non-fatal or fatal. I'd say probably non-fatal.
Agreed. Next injury?
Didn't die to birds.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Indeed, Kuro.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Yeah, non-fatal.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark. I don't know if that will be fatal. 4th one.
Just in case.
Okay, never mind then.
A dark
Ligature.
red braided ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Okay.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time.
I'm thinking non-fatal. I think he was hung there as a sign, not as an actual hanging.
Why do you say that?
I'm serious, I don't think it was the injury that killed him.
Why don't you think it was fatal?
Yeah. Why weren't his hands tied is a good question.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Gets a small plastic bag from his jacket. That's a body bag, okay. How'd it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
Okay, so we're not hearing anything about that.
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Okay, so next we bargain,
I need
right?
a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
How to copy then? Looks at dead man one more time and slip a red paper in his hand. Then a corpse.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look at his fingernails.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yeah, I've got a gut feeling. I don't know anything definitive.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, and where exactly do we find
It
the
would have
fridge?
to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno?
Only if all else fails.
Yeah, if everything else doesn't work.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Let's have a look.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
So we have a few leads then. First, we need to ask about a fridge. Immediately places that come to mind, yeah, Whirling in Rags, but we're only going to have a smaller fridge. I think we have an industrial one. We've seen the kitchen. I mean, yeah, there's also the... is it a free-to... was it? The little convenience shop. Cobalt door, potentially. But, I mean,
I help you?
You can see a fridge, it's a green one. Yeah, we need a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Corrected.
Yeah, that's just it.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask why, you'll just be mean to me.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. You don't have to ask me why you can't store a dead body in my kitchen.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No, the answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the Frit clerk.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. As you can see the fridge there. It's barely big enough for a body. Okay. Before we do any of the other leads we have though, we need to figure out what exactly we need to be finding. Because if we can get this autopsy done, we'll have even more things to chase up people about, potentially. Alright, hello, do you have a fridge?
Is this about the questions again? Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
I need to store a corpse.
You're joking, right?
And yeah, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, super funny.
So, where would you find a fridge? Ask in the bookshop. Unlikely, but we do have a back room. Probably not got a fridge. The greenhouse this time of year could somewhat act like a fridge. Doubt it has heating, so it would be cold in there. Oh no, the pawn shop doesn't have a fridge. That definitely wouldn't work. Oh, we've got a new person. Oh. Ask if it's a good book.
Yes? Hello? Me?
Hello?
No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Oh, I'll just leave her
This
to
was
it
a
then.
tremendously useful interlude.
We don't need to do it anymore. I was just curious. That's all. There's nothing of use there. I will check in the pawn shop in a bit, but I really doubt there's going to be anything there. Let's ask her.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome.
Okay, no, never mind. We can't even ask her if she's got a fridge in the back. I'd imagine not. It is, at the end of the day, a bookshop. Why would they have a fridge for books? Okay, down to the pawn shop, I guess. Trying to think if there'd be anywhere else, but I really can't. I want to say there's somewhere else I could go for a fridge, but very much doubt there's going to be one here. I don't want to have to ask the kid. Please, please don't make me ask the child.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can...
Yeah, no, never mind. We need to go ask Kuno, don't we? That's a shame. We also got a skill point, don't we? Yes. We want to put skill points into something. Don't know, we've got 2 of them. If I use the expression. I'm not using the expression. It's not going to convince anyone to lend me a fridge. The drunk person, hello, do you have a fridge? No, nothing from him. Yeah, I don't have anywhere immediately in mind. Hello, Kuno. Please tell me something.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Need a fridge to stash it.
Fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
Okay, where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Use rhetoric, please work.
Kuno's a poor kid
God damn it.
from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Yeah, I'm not sure asking for class
Can't you see
solidarity.
his hair is red? The colour of social democracy.
Yes.
Not all
Lovely.
of them. Social democrats have their hearts in the right place.
Yeah,
Some of them can be valuable allies if you turn them.
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this shit?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
Help
it's
him.
not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig. If you were Kuno, the fuck would you care?
This isn't about me, kiddo. It's people I'm trying to help. It's too late for me anyway.
Shitting yourself in front of the Kuno. Kuno thought you were some kind of big shit. What is this?
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
That's actually not such a bad idea. Kids do see stuff.
Okay, let's leave Kuno. I didn't think he'd be very useful. I've just damaged my own morale. Oh yeah, that was to be expected, wasn't it? Alright. Next kid I know of is the other side of the fence. He won't properly talk to me unless I go to the other side. bothered, but I can't lie. Yeah, I thought rhetoric would let me, like, help convince people a bit more with maybe my own lies. Oh, okay, never mind. They don't have anything useful. Next, the kid up here. Whoever she was. Can't remember her name. It's like Cindy the Skull or something like that, if I'm remembering it right. It's a very, very vague memory though. Maybe the book kid. That is an idea. I hadn't thought of asking her. I did talk to pretty much everyone else. Like the tooltip. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Okay, nah. Nothing from her. What would we do next? I guess Book Kid could have something? Maybe? We're not gonna have anything, are we? Okay, leave here. Can figure this out. Also, I'm gonna just unlock a new thing. I've not got anything I'm immediately wanting, so let's just become some kind of superstar. There we go. Okay, Book Kid next. After that, I think that's everyone I can think of asking.
Hello again, sir.
You happen to know a good fridge.
A fridge?
Yeah, big fridge a cop could put a dead body
You
into.
mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Ice bear fridge?
Is that actually getting me a lead?
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind
Ooh.
the bookstore.
So,
Mum doesn't want me to go there
okay.
anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary. Yes.
Big fridge? How do I get
That's
inside?
a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting anyone in.
I like how uptight
But
the
I don't know,
inside
you're a
is. She's
policeman.
gonna hate me
Maybe
dragging
you
a
can
corpse
convince her
through.
somehow. Anyway,
Anyway, let's try and convince this woman to keep a corpse in her basement. This is not going to work, is it? It really is not going to. Hello, lady.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Yeah, I was told you have a big fridge. Please.
Fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems
Yeah.
like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
Well, I guess just back here.
See a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Of course. Okay, I've heard there's a fridge.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll think about it.
Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
I tried talking.
Talking is always good. Go see. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful.
Thanks, Inland Empire, I love you.
You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket.
We'll leave him be for now. Talk to the women again. Hello, women.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Please just let me behind the curtains, for the love of God.
It's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you.
I need a
Just let it
fridge.
go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of. She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
Just a storage room, are you tense? Heart beats inside. Why is she tense?
I'm not
Yes.
tense. I'm just... Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
Alright.
Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Why didn't you just say right away?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
The what? I'm sorry. I did not expect this.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
How does it manifest?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Yeah, no, that probably didn't. But I was hoping for something a bit more paranatural.
There's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Would you like me to investigate? I can have a look.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away.
Nah.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Yes. This is it. My drama is paying off.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
I've come here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Return from the void. A para-detective from a long line of
You're no
para-detectives.
para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Yes, it's necessary to drink the spirits. Or to contact the void. No, I've had my share of drinks, only because the spectral realm is parapsychology. Parapsychologically taxing. There we go.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
The void revenant have powers to debad all the bad energies.
I should have realised. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Of course.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are
Oh,
certain you
God.
can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Family is safe. No, just ask him, he'll vouch for me. Get him in on it.
Oh, certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honour.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Wait, what?
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, I've sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some little security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
There's a warded door back there. Oh, for the love of God.
Please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Thanks, Inland Empire.
What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
We're to find the body first. No, not the body, the fridge first, to make sure it's fine for the body. Farewell for now, book peddler. There we go.
You see a set of tattered curtains. You see
Damn
a
it.
dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
She's so overly dramatic. Okay.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if
I
not
break it
hundreds,
down,
of little oddly shaped
or do I
trinkets
unlock it? I
and
think I just
charms.
unlock it, I'll be
appears to
honest.
locked. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into
Yeah,
the
no,
room.
I just go in first. Keep confident. I'm not putting Kim in danger. Maybe you can save the corpse as a sacrifice or something. And this is just exercise equipment. The hell? It's very worn down. Why is there so much exercise equipment? Also, we get this ball, which shot put ball, that would work for a bull. Got that. More importantly,
A
though,
barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
No,
Lift them.
I'm not gonna manage
There are
that.
no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Look, it's a trap.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Should be a felony, of course.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
So this used to be a basement gym. I'm assuming this is from upstairs, but also Kim has something to talk about.
What is this place?
It's a netherworld beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on.
I finally got permission to take his last tool.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's get the
The
flashlight.
lieutenant
That's fine. I'm loving this game. Like, it's been 3 hours, I should stop streaming, but I want to keep playing it. I'm possibly going to need to order food again. This game's going to be, like, the ruin of me financially, isn't it? Ah well, it doesn't matter. I'll figure out what I'm doing with food later. We need to get this body first. Okay, first I need to go to the older men. Is it down here? Hello, I have a shot put.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Yeah, I'm surprised I managed to limit myself to only playing this game once a week as well. It's an amazing game. It's really just something I'd want to binge if I was playing it on my own, but I'm not. I'm streaming it. But yeah, I found them a new bull.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Yeah, there's not going to be an alternative.
That's how it is, huh? Fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
Well, that's that then. 10 XP. Isn't that great? Anyway, yeah, we're going to get the stuff in Kim's car.
Inside, you see a set of
Hello,
steering
car.
wheels, a radio microphone,
Fill it in
a
the box.
metallic drawer,
Take the light.
weatherproof and well made. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise
Well done,
miss.
Perception. I appreciate
Pull out
it.
toolbox.
Okay, we do not need the crowbar, meaning in tools, put this, hopefully, in my hand, and, oh, okay, I get to just wave it around. I didn't expect that, but I'm quite happy about it. I love him just waving it around. I very much don't need to be holding it that high above my head, but I like doing that. That's going to make me feel all the more safe, I'm sure. This comp level always hold it high and directly in your eyes. I mean, I guess. That is a classic cop thing. God, yeah, it is actually quite dark. That one's just blocked. Old TV. Okay. What the hell's going on in here? Don't know what that is, but sure. Wild stuffed animals. Stuff over there. A mannequin. Drawers. This used to be a classroom. Got. Ooh. That's quite valuable. Not interactable. Crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile, it's intricate. I need a radio computer. I want to read that. I've got no idea what a radio computer is. Keep on looting stuff. That's always a good time. Plenty of money's been left about. This a filament
appears to be
computer?
some kind of machine with a cube-shaped
A
heart
radio computer
and a
even?
wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120. Equipped with a failed mainframe and a
We'll need to come back to this, because as Kim says, we are pressed for time. Yeah, this is a weird place. From a gym to now whatever the hell that is. This is an amazingly big place, this bookshop. Yeah, this is us now at the very bottom. Get to take some lovely supplements. Got, yeah, a big fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
It's a fridge.
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Okay, take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
What did I take the fridge magnets for? It's a weird thing to just find in an abandoned cellar.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
They try to sell ice cream from this.
I know.
Apparently.
What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
So that's what is driving people into financial ruin.
With energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Where does this wire go? Goes to around here-ish. Ice cream maker. Have flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway. Okay. What was this?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Yeah, let's have a
There is,
look.
yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
I definitely do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty...
I've got a gun! Perfect! I've fixed the situation.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
I've got a gun.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
So, I'm assuming this is a weapon stash. Where
Seems
exactly
like
is
an old
this?
bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Yeah, if there's actually a item in decent shape.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
An
Might
achievement, I
come
need to
useful in
check
the
what the
future.
achievement is. Really get Kim to trust you. I've done it. I've befriended him.
He likes this find.
Kim likes me. I love you, Kim. I love you. That's great. More importantly though, I can't actually use this. It's a shame. A handwritten note.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
I like him.
Someone has scribbled.
He's
S.
great.
I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Oh.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
There's something going on here. To the ice cream maker. That's not it apparently. Is it this ice cream maker? Still
this
running.
Orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but no. This is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have...
Okay, equip a crowbar. I'm gonna try it. I don't have a super crowbar, so a basic one will have to do.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Never mind.
A hand-cranked ice cream churner on top.
I'm not going to try.
Freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
There's no super pry bars for us, so equip the bag. Still have plenty of stuff to interact with though. Namely there's that, which I think I've managed to interact with now. We have what looks like a junction box that would turn off power. Not that we want to just yet. Get an insane mesh tank top. What's up these stairs? Does this continue? Even further back? Does this open up outside? Ooh. That's a much better way to get the corpse in. Let's go grab the corpse.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Let's take him away.
If you think so, officer, I'm not going to object. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there.
Okay, what do I do in the meantime then?
Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business. I will meet you downstairs in the Whirling in Rags tomorrow morning, 7:30 sharp.
Wait, and we're not putting it in the freezer? What? No! I don't want to send it to processing. No! But I found the freezer. I'm reloading a save. Oh, the last autosave was quite a while ago. Well, I didn't think that's what it meant. I thought it meant, oh yeah, we'll just take the body away to the freezer. I'm not doing all that detective work just to lose Kim.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before
I didn't mean to press that. No. Ouch.
Of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms.
I'm gonna save scum again. Oh. Save scum, please.
Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to...
I clicked too quickly. I assumed we had the key, but we don't. We need to talk to the bloody woman again. God damn it. We don't have the key.
You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage light.
We need to talk to her. Go through this whole spiel again. Hello.
She's so tense. It's a miracle she hasn't stepped.
Why are you so tense? I didn't tell us. There we go.
Didn't that curtain just...
Hoping for more paranatural.
This building, I can tell you.
He sought help.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building.
Let me investigate the case.
You know what this case called? Slither up to her.
Handles paranatural situations. Only one option.
Lieutenant keeps his usual
yep, option 1. Void Revenant. Yep.
I am not the only
That's my partner Kim.
If you promise.
Under my heart, my honour.
Do not act surprised.
Ah yes, I've sensed it.
You have? The entity takes
yes,
the form of
chimney
a
of passage between heaven and hell.
Unbelievable. What you discover?
There you go. Down to fridge again. Need to pull this open, then we need to go grab ourselves a flashlight.
A heavy door with a missing after.
Just unlock it, yep. Open the door. I'll loot stuff on my way through. There's nothing too important yet. Why did I have to mess up with that? That's gonna be too dark.
Yes.
We need to do the thing with a shot put ball as well. Fine. Investigate these.
Why does it feel so familiar?
You're right.
Trap.
The wait's made for love.
Do the exact same
It
thing.
would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations.
Nothing else to interact with. Although he's gonna say stuff about flashlight.
This would. I've got one.
Yep.
It's
talk to him again.
This would be. I've got one.
Yep. Okay, he's just stating it over and over again until I grab a flashlight. It's fine. This is all good. I'm going to need to drop a save manually once I get back in there. I know what I'm doing from here. We've learned today to save more often, I guess. I had assumed dealing with the body would mean putting it in the fridge we'd found moments earlier, but apparently not. Okay, through here. Talk to this man, give him the shot put.
You're still waiting for a replace. What is it? Now.
Not going to be an alternative. Now we leave. Got me a little bit of XP. Next, his car should be here. Hurry up, Mr. Harry, please.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
I'll pull out toolbox, take flashlight, push it in, close the door. This is taking forever. Put that into there. I can wave it around madly again. Love it. And back in. Just blind the child as we go past. Just everyday police officer stuff. This is a nuisance having to go back to the exact same stuff again. I don't like doing this. I kinda just want to order food as well, I'm quite hungry. Okay, one of my flatmates says just hit him up whenever I'm ordering stuff, so I'll order it in a while. Will I figure out the fridge? It's a good question, I wouldn't get your hopes up. Okay, go through here. Drawer number 1, open. Drawer number 2, open. In here. Take that. I'll need to use that in the computer in a minute. We're in a rush though. It's a massive building though, isn't it? Yeah, take that. Got the incinerator. Hello. Talk to you this time.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Ah, you're off,
colouring
Pancake.
it
Alright,
pitch
I'll
black.
see you around. Appreciate you sticking about.
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
I'll look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near
That's
the
Cindy,
smoke
isn't it?
upstairs.
What are you doing?
Not sure, Kim, but I can hear someone talking.
Really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
And yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I've got a good idea of where that leads. That's fine. Next, we interact with this.
This must be the
Yep, crack open the door.
takes a peek.
Relax, Kim. It's fine.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers.
Take the note.
And the little fridge.
Yeah, just say the exact same thing as last time. Try and reset me to what I was. Last, I need to comment on the corpse.
It's certainly an eccentric choice,
Yes.
but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then?
Yes.
The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge.
There we go, I figured
This is
it out.
some of the best body's work I've ever done.
You think it's
No,
good work?
not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room.
I mean, we're our best if it means that's our
Did we though?
disposal.
Okay, maybe we did.
I mean, we didn't have much better to do.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay, try one last time. We can do this. Once more.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this that I found?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Crawl up his
They are
nostrils.
swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Okay,
You're not far. It'll come to you. Keep crawling.
try putting my fingers in.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
No. Inland Empire saying I'm right.
The
Play
tongue
around with
moves
it.
freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks
God,
like
I
his
don't
love.
like this.
Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Okay, feel around.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Cavity cut right between the
The
hemispheres.
lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly.
I don't like all the description.
Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
I'll give it a go. What have I found exactly?
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Slowly pull my fingers.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
So he was shot.
A bullet.
Water
The
after.
bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant. How's it go?
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Okay.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed. Definitely. I think if it's a bullet hole through his mouth, would it possibly been suicide from like PTSD? Who knows? I'm not entirely certain. I'll say I'm still not sure.
We have extensive tissue destruction away from the one track. We have a bullet. And
sure,
one last
fine.
thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Ligament mark, fracture, whatever, bone, was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
It must have been.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck.
On a secret task as well.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
They could have shot him while they hanged him. It's unlikely.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
I forget to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
I'll make use of it now, I think. So who would have shot him? These workmen wouldn't have guns, would they?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
I mean, you could always
Yes,
get the bullets.
we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Right.
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Thank you, Kim. Let's bag him and take him away.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Okay. I've got all of his tools as well now. So this should be fine with Kim leaving. I'll miss him being gone. That's the thing.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die.
Oh god,
in a cool voice.
I'm the superstar feminist
have no
Robocop
idea
now.
how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
There we go. That's us. Got some more stuff. Got a few levels. We're able to just put points into physique? No. It's the exact things in here we're able to put it into. I think this should about do us for today though, I'd imagine. One thing I would like to at least do is, yeah, open this door up. I quickly run and do that. Blind the kid quickly. To read the note, go back into basement, get out that gun. And that should be us. I wish I did the gun while Kim was still here, but it doesn't matter too much. I'm sure I'll find other times to get him to trust me. Or I could just leave it until the next day. That actually might be a better idea. Yeah, we just need to go all the way through here now. I actually have a proper look at these things as well.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Look at the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm.
Alright.
Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Okay, fantasy stuff. Had assumed from the picture, but that is now confirmed.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How the hell am I meant to know
History
that?
classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What
Radio
exactly
frequencies,
is
it
this?
seems. UKV 123.6,
Ooh.
UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes too, sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Of course, the anatomy of the curse.
The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Ooh. That could be nice for listening in on the drug trade radio.
They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's
Someone
Game
very
Master?
important.
Yeah.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Whoever decides to call
everyone,
in
I
to a
guess.
call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An
Not
echo
quite
from
interesting.
times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay, back down to here. We'll open up the door. To get some kind of better pry bar as well. It's always safe, Scummit, to open up this, like, ice cream machine. No, that's not what I'm going to do. Yeah, here we go. That's now been unveiled. We'll go into that once we have Kim again. Investigate that. Ice cream maker, we can't interact with it until we read this note. Yeah, keep that in mind.
Is written. Someone has. You'll find the
Did that before, give it a read. Put it away. There we go. Yeah.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream. You slip your finger. No.
Definitely
If you want to try again.
can't open that immediately. Yeah, for now, I just want to head outside. And I believe that should be enough for now. We're on to some stuff now though. Finding that bullet wound as well really does help. Yeah, I'm assuming we can just go into there, that's perfect. Well, let's drop a save before I mess up again. Save the game, lovely. Yeah, that's all for now. I am loving this game. I'm looking forward to doing more of it next week, but for now, I'm hungry. Do hope anyone who's watching has enjoyed as well. But yeah,